If you visit Germany in December, you pretty much have to go to a Christmas market. But did you have any idea how many there are? I discovered there were way more than I thought, plus a few other surprises during my 4 days of discoveries in Germany. My welcome in Germany wasn't exactly the warmest from a weather perspective.
Willkommen in Deutschland. It's raining.
After dropping my bag in my hotel, the rain stopped and I started exploring the city on foot. I started at Römer, which is a Frankfurt landmark. And being there so early in the morning, there wasn't much activity going on. A Christmas market was set up here, but no vendors were open yet. I took the opportunity to go across the river and visit the Stadel Museum, which has a great variety of classic and contemporary art. I headed back to Römer and things were looking more lively, but my hotel room was ready and I had to get some work done. After catching up, I headed back to take in the scene at night. Of course, the mood was far more festive. I did some Christmas shopping, ate currywurst for the first time, and drank some red and white Glühwein. It was a pretty decent crowd for a Thursday night, but I was jet-lagged and needed some sleep. The next morning, I was off to Cologne. But my day started with a bit of a challenge.
I was doing my workout and I got a notification that my train got canceled. I went to the DB help station here and they were very nice, and apparently when your train is canceled, you can switch it to just about anything. Any other train that's going up to Cologne, I can get on today. So I could either wait a while or I could take a train to the airport, and then from the airport I can go to Cologne that way.
The train change went smoothly, and I arrived in Cologne only 10 minutes later than originally planned. Speaking of arrivals, the Cologne Cathedral is truly an impressive welcoming sight. Equally impressive was the Wasserturm Hotel, where I'd be spending the night. It's a converted water tower, originally built in the late 1800s, and is easily the most unique hotel I've ever stayed in. After checking in, I set out on my mission to see how many Christmas markets I could visit in one day. I had read that Cologne had more than any other city in Germany, and my new friend Martin at the hotel showed me 7 on a map. Challenge accepted. First off was Neumarkt, just a 5-minute walk away. I was pretty hungry at this point and thrilled to find potato pancakes being served, just like my grandpa used to make.
With one market down, I headed down the pedestrian mall towards the Cologne Cathedral, and Christmas market number 2 was right next to it.
Can't complain about being in a Christmas market with that kind of a backdrop.
Although instead of Glühwein, I changed it up a bit and went for some hot buttered rum. I didn't have to walk far before coming up on Christmas market number 3, and right after that was number 4. This one I wish I had spent more time at, as it had an ice skating rink, and I appreciated the famous German efficiency at work in the men's room.
Here we are. I think this is market number 5. This looks very cute and very fun. And best of all, where I'm heading, nope, not the Ferris wheel, but right back there is the Chocolate Museum.
This was a nice bonus. I learned more about the history of chocolate in 1 hour than I had in my entire life.
What's funny is that I had seen or read something about how Cologne was not an impressive city. I respectfully disagree. I've only been here 3 hours, a little more than that, but I'm finding it quite charming, quite lovely.
I headed back to my hotel to drop off some of the gifts I had bought and check out the rooftop bar. I also, of course, had to have a few Kolsch beers, which is Cologne's beer of choice. After that, my search for more Christmas markets was back on. I hopped on the tram and headed to market number 6, Rudolfplatz. This was a fun market, complete with live music and a singing moose. While I was waiting for the tram, I saw some cool lights and decided I needed to check this out.
I don't know for sure if this is a Christmas market, but damn, it sure looks like fun.
Turns out I had accidentally walked into Cologne's LGBTQ Christmas market. And as you would expect, it was fabulous. They even put on a holiday-themed drag show. After the show, I headed back to Neumarkt for a few more ghoul vines, and then it was time to head back to the hotel. All in all, an impressive day. After starting out with the train cancellation, I visited 7 Christmas markets, the tallest twin-spire church in the world, a chocolate museum. All I was missing was a partridge in a pear tree. The singing moose would have to do. After all that ghoul vine, I needed an easy day. I took the train the next morning to Dortmund and visited my friend Kathy. She took me to Dortmund's Christmas market, which is home to Europe's largest Christmas tree. After that, she and her pug took me on a relaxing walk through Dortmund's forests, and she showed me the Mahnmal Bittermark. It's a somber memorial commemorating the execution of nearly 300 forced laborers just before the end of World War II. While it was in stark contrast mood-wise to the Christmas markets, I did appreciate that Germany owns its history, as horrifying as parts of it have been. On a lighter note, Kathy was a wonderful hostess, and she prepared an authentic home-cooked German meal for me, with the appropriate sampling of German beers, of course. Overall, it was a great trip to Germany. If you're the type of person that loves Christmas, put Cologne on your list. I have heard that Munich has the largest Christmas market, but there are so many in Cologne, and each one offers something unique. You really can't go wrong with any of them. I'm looking forward to going back and discovering even more Christmas markets in the future. I wonder if they have one next to a beer museum.